Hi guys, this is your homegirl. Ooh, got windy for a second. Sorry. It is your homegirl Kitty G. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept of want. And this concept has been a source of some internal conflict since being at school for a couple reasons. I know what I want being at school. I know the reasons why I want to be at college. I want to get my degree. I want to form lifelong friendships. I want to find my future spouse. I want to make connections that will help me career-wise. I want to be happy and find fulfillment, and I want to be in a better environment than I was back in Norfolk. I want to maintain and strengthen my relationship with Jesus Christ. Of course, that's always what I want. And the struggle a little bit is that I'm supposed to want what Christ wants for me. I don't focus on what I want for me. I have to focus on what He wants for me. So, being here at school, I know I have to recognize the opportunities that He's placed in front of me. And that's a little bit difficult. I mean, there's the obvious ones, like the way that I ended up going to school here. It was like God meant for it to happen. Honestly, this is the only school I applied to, but just how everything worked out and how everything worked out in my living and learning community, I knew God meant for me to be here. With leading worship at Skidmore at the church, I knew that God needed me connected into that church to bring them some vibrancy and for them to bring me some stability while I'm here at school. And those opportunities have been placed before me. But I'm having some difficulty figuring out what else God wants from me. I know that God wants my success. I know that He wants me to be a light to shine upon the people around me, to shine to my roommates, to my classmates, to my peers. But I am focusing too much on what I want, I think, at school so far. I have made some choices regarding substances and relationships that I'm not proud of. I can't say I regret them or wish they never happened because it was a learning experience, but at the same time, I'm not super proud. I know that's because I placed my personal wants for affection and acceptance before what God wants for me. So here I am. It's about midterms, and I am having to rethink what I want. Because I want God. I want Christ. But at the same time, I'm having difficulty relinquishing the control I have over my life. I want to hang out with this person and I want to do this thing instead of doing something that God is calling me towards, etc. And I'm a little disappointed in myself. Christ is in my life everywhere here, which is weird because I'm not at a Christian college, but I'm leading worship in a church on Sunday mornings, and I'm actively involved with the programming stuff, and then I go to a program called Campus Christian House on Tuesday nights now, which I just started going to, but it's super cool, I love it. And sometimes I go to Nav Night, which is sponsored by the Navigators, another Christian organization on campus, and so it's constant in my mind, I have reason to keep God there. It's not just me relying on myself to keep that connection. So I feel spiritually healthier. The only problem is that I'm not keeping up communication with God. I'm making it more about God, but I'm not leaning into Him. Like I said before in my religious background story a little bit, I was raised Presbyterian in the Presbyterian church. There's not a whole lot of focus on having a relationship with Christ and communicating with Him. It's more about about action. So like participating in the church and service, and like yes, those are all such good things. But I'm doing those things and I'm not maintaining that relationship with Christ, and I'm not praying as much as I need to be, and I'm honestly probably not in the I'm definitely not in the Word as much as I could be and should be, and I need to work on my discipline a little bit. And I knew before I was going into school that that was something I needed to do, but I underestimated how much it would affect me. I know that these interpersonal relationships with my buds are important, and me being happy is important, and all of that, but I think what is also important is me getting good grades, and what's the most important is me being spiritually healthy. It's like, the author, like, I'm not spiritually unhealthy, but like, I'm not as healthy as I could be. It's like those days when you wake up and you're like, don't feel bad, don't feel good. Like, that's kind of how I am right now. So it's interesting for sure. With that want, there's a quote that was told me from Rick Randleman. He's actually I don't know if director is the right term, but he is in charge of Campus Christian House here at Northwest, and I think also at Missouri Western. Behavior betrays where our devotion lies. The way you act betrays what you're devoted to. When you fail, do you run to God for forgiveness or from God and hide? I was like, oh my gosh, my blood. So good. It's so good. What am I devoting my time to? Am I devoting myself entirely to Christ? No, I'm not, and I need to push myself to have that in my heart, to think, okay, my life is about what Christ wants me to do. It's not about what I want. I'm like, yes, I can have a plan, but like, I have to be entirely willing to disregard this plan. I'm realizing that at school here, I'm not focusing on what God wants as so much as I am focusing on what I want. And that's the struggle. That's why I'm speaking to you today, because this concept of me wanting what I want versus me wanting what God wants is like, ugh. Now I just gotta take a new step forward and really listen to what God is telling me to do. What is God telling me to do? And that's where prayer comes in. So my prayer life has been suffering, right? And the thing is, like, if I improve my prayer life, then of course I improve that communication, right? So then I know what God wants from me, and it's just a cycle. And don't you just love how things are cyclical? I love cycles. It's like, I want to share this thing that Peter says, and Rick said that quote, behavior betrays where our devotion lies. I love that. I love it so much. Peter says to devote yourself to like 4 things, and those 4 things are prayer. What? The first thing is prayer, and I heard that. I was like, behavior betrays where your devotion lies. I have not been devoting myself to prayer, and that is evident in my behavior. And so like I'm like salty at myself, because I'm like, girl, you gotta pray. Like, you gotta open up that communication. And prayer is not just about like saying, hey God, thank you for the weather, please help me get an A on this test because I didn't study as much as I need to. Also, I love you. Thanks for sending Jesus. Amen. Like, no. Prayer is so much about listening. So much about listening. There's actually this acronym that we used at CIY Move, that conference that I've spoken a little bit about, and it's Selah. And Selah is a phrase used in, I believe, the Psalms. And anyway, it's broken down into an acronym for prayer. It's to sit and be silent, to exhale, lean in, to really assume that position, to look for God around you, ask and hear what God has to say. Like, so beautiful. So I started devoting to prayer, and I was like, girl, like Peter had this right from the beginning. Like, I need to get my prayer together. It also calls us to devote ourselves to loving each other, and like I think I have that pretty good. Like, not saying like that I'm a perfect lover by any means. Humans do not love perfectly. God is the only one who loves perfectly. But I think that I really try to spread the love here within my friends and on campus and just in my life in general. I really try to spread love and spread the positivity. Like, you hear all these things about like, oh, if you like yell at a plant, it'll die. If you give it happy words, it'll thrive. Like, I just want to give everybody happy words and show them how much I love them so that they can thrive. It calls us to hospitality, so opening your homes and your hearts to serve others and make them feel welcome, which I think that I do pretty well. I mean, like, it's kind of hard to be hospitable when you're a college student and you live in a messy dorm. But like, if some other dude or chick, I guess, wants to like come in my room and hang out, I'm like, hey, you want to come over? Like, if I'm cooking something, I'll be like, hey, come over and eat some cinnamon rolls from a tube. I can cook. Like, I can cook real food. I just can't afford to buy real food to cook yet. I really do try to be hospitable as much as I can in my situation. And then God calls us to do this, but Peter especially mentions to devote yourself to using your gifts. That's one of the things that I am super like on the edge about, because I use my gifts. I use my gifts all the time. My gift of kindness and caring, I feel like I'm very caring for people in general. Of course, my musical talents, I use those all the time, whether it be for like actual worship or just for my own personal comfort. But the thing is, God calls us to use our gifts to serve. So like, God has given us things, talents and abilities and gifts, so that we can serve and minister to people. And if we are not out here serving and ministering to people, then there's no reason for us to have those gifts, because that's not, like, we're here for God. We are here to help people for God. I'm here to help people for God. I have these gifts, and so like, if I am here to help people for God, then God has given me gifts so that I can help people. I think that I'm using my music to serve and to minister. I'm using this YouTube channel, my gift of entertainment, to serve and to minister. And this has been kind of a long video, but I really want to encourage you all to dig into your own lives, your own feelings, and think, am I wanting what God wants, or am I wanting what I want? Is it your kingdom, or is it God's kingdom? Are you here for you, or are you here for Him? God bless. There's that. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them below. Otherwise, you can email me at katieG@gmail.com. And really, thank you so much for watching me and supporting me through this